What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy Luis Torres, and I'm actually going to play out of my Laboga Mr Hector. I'm actually going to be using my 7-string Ibanez S7420, which is a 1999 model. It's tuned to B standard, and the interesting part is the Laboga, if you play, either low-tuned 6-string guitars like C or C sharp, or even B standard and lower on a 7-string, you would love the Mr. Hector just because the switches that it has on there, so you can actually activate a mid sweep on there because there's a toggle for it. There's also a bright switch also. So if you've ever used, a KSR series pedal or even their heads, like the Gemini, then you already know that it has these options. That's why those heads tend to be really expensive, is because instead of you utilizing a pedal, they're all built in and it's literally just toggles left and right. So let me go ahead and set this guy up. I am telling you now that the Laboga Mr. Hector is an absolutely amazing head. Reach out to Eric Laboga. He's in Poland, and it's almost a shame that there just aren't very many Mr. Hector heads here in the United States. I mean, not that we have a group, but I probably know like the 7 people that I constantly run into who are in the United States that have a Mr. Hector. The good thing is, chatting with Eric Laboga, he's just mentioned that they're working with a large company. He told me who it is. I won't mention it. But there's a large U.S. distributor in the United States who is working with them so they can bring a lot of their heads over to the United States from Poland. But that thing is an absolute monster. The fact that I even found one is insane. So I had seen a few videos and I was just like, one day I'm going to go ahead and get that head. And it turned out, what's that guy's name? I don't even remember his name. Is it Jeff? I don't know. He's in a band, something Brides, Black Brides. I don't know. Not Black Dahlia. Something with brides. Anyway, so he had a YouTube video and I was just like, this thing is absolutely amazing. Yet another video that features the Mr. Hector head, and turned out that on Reverb, he was selling the one he used on his YouTube video. And we kind of dickered back and forth a little bit, and he settled on one number. I thought it was still too high. And we were just way off, so I just stepped away from it. And then someone else actually turned out, this one guy who owns a shop in Pennsylvania. His dad grew up with Eric's father in Poland. So he ended up getting a few Laboga Mr. Hector heads a few years ago. And this one was actually made by Mr. Laboga in 2015. So since then, unfortunately, he's passed away. So I don't, I'll probably never sell this head just because of the history that it has. And it's sick, dude. It's amazing with a 6-string guitar, let alone with a 7, and if hopefully the last harmonic on my 7-string, you know, kind of pierced through. So you can kind of gauge and realize that it's different than a Marshall, it's different than a Mesa, it's different than a Randall. It's just its own little category, and it's a beast. It's amazing. So probably more in line with KSR and some of those boutique, you know, shops here in the United States. So if you ever get the chance to try a Mr. Hector Laboga, definitely, you know, not just use it, but try to buy it if you can. All right, guys. Hey, listen, subscribe if you haven't, like, and as usual, I will talk to you guys soon.